Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So for today we are going to take a look at Mesmerizing Labyrinth. So let's take a look at what this is all about, because this only unlocks after 3-16 or something like that. So it's not something that you're going to see at the start, but maybe some of you guys might be curious to know what other PvE content we have in this game. And what you can do over here is that there are a few choices here, right? So there's a new life, there's a gateway to Fantasyland, twisted images, echoing love, molten magma, and all of these are obviously going to be individual labyrinth, individual content for us to clear. But the thing is, what I feel like they are supposedly is just an increase in the difficulty of like basically labyrinth. So like for example, I've already completed new life, which requires 8,500 power, and the next one is going to be Gateway to Fantasyland, which is 17,000, which is definitely way above my power bracket right now. And I think afterwards it's going to be Twisted Images, Echoing Love, and finally Molten Magma, I think. But anyway, for today, we are going to take a look at New Life and just see what this is all about. So as you can see, we can obtain some of the extra plays that I've actually showcased in the previous video. So if you're wondering whether our plays completely pay to win, it is not necessarily the case. You can still obtain several copies of them via this particular labyrinth content. So let's go ahead, confirm, and let's see what this is all about. So you start off with like an empty page, right? So something like this, and then three things will pop up in front of you, right? So we have three different options here. The purple one is going to be like the lowest rarity option. So that's only going to give you 120 of this Outlands Mark, which is a currency that you use in the Labyrinth shop basically. But of course, more about that later on. And of course, we have the yellow colored ones, which are slightly more difficult, but they do give you a little bit more rewards, because this one is going to give me an additional inspiration. And this is also going to be a 3-star play as well. So this is definitely going to be a more preferable pick, because you see the enemy's power, 2,790. This is going to be super freaking easy for us to beat. So we're going to follow this path that we unlocked, right? And we are going to reach a node here where there is going to be like some, okay, after tapping this, right, there's going to be like some story or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's completely skippable. Okay, I guess they did away with the story, which is perfect, because that was a little bit annoying. Okay, so how this works is essentially just more and more combat. So in this game, everything revolves around combat. So that's pretty much all. That's pretty much what you can expect in this game after. But yeah, so beating one floor, this would allow us to proceed to the next floor, which I do not know why they call it a floor. You're just moving on to the next zone. Hot up, increase 80 by 2.5% for each crit. Blah, 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 blah. Recycle energy. So after cutting a skill, reduces 1 energy cost of a random skill card. Wow, this is actually really good. I like this a lot. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go with that. Okay, so the same thing, right? Okay, so this is even a lower rarity than before. This is only going to give us 110 of these Outland Marks. So we're actually going to go ahead with like maybe just this. And let's proceed. And as you can see, current floor is 1 out of 10, so I'm not sure why they call it a floor. It's probably more like a zone, right? Because we are still on the same level. Yeah, so I'm not sure why sometimes there's this story that comes up and you need to press escape, which is a little bit annoying. And we fight, and that is mostly it, right? That is mostly it for this content. Of course, there will be other more interesting notes that isn't so straightforward. So maybe we can take a look at that when it does come around in maybe just a bit. So we just beat the floor, and these are the three options that we have right now. All allies gain 15% armor. I don't really like the fact that they separated armor with magic resist. I feel like those should come together as one, so that your team is just more and more defensive, right? Hydra character deals 20% more out damage. This is really good, by the way. And Umbra characters gain 25% AD. This is really good, but unfortunately, I am not using any Umbra right now. So I guess I'm just going to go with this. And wow, what's his supply? Okay, so I believe this supply recharges your HP or something like that. Because what I did not actually mention is that as you go from node to node to node, or rather floor to floor, your HP and your ultimate gauges, they don't actually reset. So let's take a look at that, right? So for example, if you tap this and we skip the stupid story, you're gonna see that our ultimate gauges are still halfway charging, or maybe they're like fully charged right now. Yeah, so we have one that is really fully charged, and as you can see, our HPs, they are all still a little bit below 100%, which means that it's gonna be very important for you to bring a healer, because the healer is going to be the only way for you to really effectively recharge your health at all times. So there's something like that. The only thing that does not reset, I think, is the energy over here, right? Because now we have 8 energy, and I think when we move on to the next floor, we are not going to have 8 energy afterwards. Okay, what did we get this time around? Upon entering battle, Pyro characters gain 30% crit rate for 15 seconds. This is only going to affect one of my characters. Powerful Wind Breath, Anemo characters deal 30%. Oh, this is so good. This is so good for me. Character all ASPD plus 30% attack speed, crit rate plus 30%, armor and magic resist minus 30%. See, okay, so the thing is, if they're able to put both armor and magic resist together, then why is it that they're not able to, you know, at least just give it to us together as well? Okay, so we have a purple one here, which is the mid tier. We have the orange, which is like the high tier, and we have this, which is like slightly above high. So we are definitely, slightly above mid, so we're gonna go for the high tier, right? So that we can get more currency. And I guess it makes a little bit more sense now that we are doing like the easier difficulties of the Labyrinth to try to achieve some of the more difficult clears. Okay, so we ended off with 8 energy, right? So let's see where we start off this time around. Do we reset? Yeah, we reset our energy. So everything else stays the same. Your HP, your ultimate gauges, they all stay the same. The only thing that really gets reset is your energy at the bottom here, right? For casting your skills. So let's see how powerful our skill is right now. Well, not bad. That was actually pretty intense. So it is actually really typical for most roguelite games out there, right? So games that have certain content similar to this, like AFK Arena, you have Dislike, you have many different games, right? Even Neurocloud as well, which is like based completely off of this. Oh wait, hold on. Control. Upon entering battle, all enemies are stunned for 3 seconds. Wow, this is so good. Characters all gain 15% armor penetration and magic. Oh, this is like so good. Skill cards that cost more than 5 energy now cost 2 less energy. Oh my god, they're all so good. Okay, so like I'm saying, right, there's a lot of games that reuse this content, and this game is definitely not shy to that idea as well, the idea of labyrinths. But I guess they did it in a nicer way, so it kind of feels like you're actually moving through the labyrinth aside from just going from node to node to node. It seems like you're actually traveling somewhere, but that's obviously all just a facade. That's just a gimmick. That's just that's just graphics basically. Okay, I'm very curious to see how much damage you can do now because they're all water type. So I think we're gonna do like massive AoE damage over here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my god, the rate numbers are so perfect. So perfect, am I right? Whoa, 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 hold on, hold on, hold on. Whoa, we're getting controlled like mad, dude. We're getting super controlled. Wow. Maybe let's hook you in. Huh! Maybe you drop an AoE again. Very nice. GG, look at the damage. 25k. Burning Flame. Upon entering battle, pyro characters gain blah blah blah. Okay, charge intimidation. Starting from the 15th second into a fight, which is like way too long later, all enemies are silenced. What? Unexpected Thunder. If in the first 5 seconds of combat, deals damage equal to 400% of the highest attack allies attack to a random enemy and stuns them for 3 seconds. This sounds a little bit familiar, right? Sounds a little bit like AFK Arena. So we're gonna continue moving on. And okay, so now that we're here, right, now we're talking about like idle games in general. This game is definitely an idle game. Now hear me out. I know you guys don't believe it because this is like a stamina based game, right? But the thing is, the way it's designed is just very smartly reskinned as a not an idle game. But in actual fact, everything about it, all the mechanics, all the way that you can progress through the story, all the ways that you can progress through whatever, right? Just clearing content in this game, getting power gated so regularly and all that. These are all niches in idle games. And this is definitely no different whatsoever. Even though they do have a stamina system, everything feels the same as an idle game. So the thing is, oh, that was like such a good combo, right? Oh my goodness, look at this. We have Hydraulic Power, which increases our Hydro character's ultimate damage by 20%, and we also have this Energy Frost, which upon entering battle, Hydro characters restore 30% out energy. That's like such a sick combination over there. So yeah, this game is definitely an idle game, okay? It doesn't matter that they hide it as like a stamina-based game. It is not the case at all. When you play it, you will start to understand. But at least the stages go by pretty quickly, right? So it's not quite the same as other games where these stages can last really long. But for this game, right, these stages last for like maybe 30 seconds at most, which is really nice. So that's something that I kind of approve. But you know what? Since we have ultimate gauge charging every single start of fight, we can just spam it a little bit, I think, right? We can just spam our water guy's ultimate, and that should be fine. We shouldn't be too affected by it. Look at that! Pretty good DPS! And that's because of the extra relic, whatever that is called, right? The extra relic that increases my ultimate damage by, I think, 20%, right? So yeah, his damage output is actually pretty good right now. But then again, we are comparing Claw's active skill with his ultimate attack. Now, Faithful Guardian. For every 1% HP a Guardian is missing. Okay, I don't have a Guardian. Skill cards that cost more. Okay. Ranged characters' basic attacks have a 10% chance of silencing. Well, that's actually not bad. But I think I want this because my mage, she has a cost of 6, which means that that's going to go down to 4. So she's going to be a lot more spam friendly, right? We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Just one more. No, sorry, I lied. 3 more. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna skip until we find something a little bit more interesting. What the heck is this? The Ranger class members are so charming and elegant on the stage. So what do they do in the battlefield? This is actually the purple node that I thought was like a mid-range node that you could only claim rewards and there was nothing else to it, but I guess I was wrong. So what do they do on the battlefield? Provide range sustained damage? What? Cooking can clear the head and relax the body. I have an oven and I want to make a pizza. Do you know which is the most classic pizza in the world? What the hell are all these questions? Pizza Hut? No? What? What the heck? Asa and Issa were raised in an orphanage. What's the name of the place? How the hell am I supposed to know? I skip all the stories. Wait, why did they automatically cross out this option for me? I don't understand. I didn't even press anything. So maybe Stargard... Oh my god, Stargard Forest? Whoa, nice. What? We didn't even get the full reward. We were supposed to get 120 as well because I screwed up on one of the questions, which was not my fault. Pizza Hut is definitely number 1. Alright, onwards to the boss fight, which I think is the 11th floor because we are currently on the 10th floor right now. So I think the boss is on the 11th floor. Okay, so who do we have here? Let's see. Maybe we can actually partake in the 17k difficulty version of the Labyrinth, right? Because it seems like their power is just so freaking low and our power is just growing along the way as well. So yeah, it could be possible. So we are fighting against Olivia, who is one of the bosses in, I think, chapter 3, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and spam our skills. We're not gonna use our ultimates just yet. We're gonna wait until the boss has her shield down. And then maybe that's when we can spam. If it's even necessary at all, because I feel like a lot of this content in the game, right? Or at least like for this particular fight, it's gonna be a lot easier to just spam. Like a spam fest is definitely gonna work well for us. Heal, heal, heal. AoE. Nice. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I think we can just use the ultimates. We are not going to like get her shield thing down, right? Yeah, so I think we are just gonna use our ultimates. Clear some ads as well, like so. Boom. Spam. Spam heal, just spam everything, right? Wow, 1 cost for our AoE, very nice. Like, just spam. That's about it. That's the game in a nutshell. Spamming skills without using our brain. And that's it. So that's it for the first difficulty of Labyrinth, and we did get a few other resources. Oh, okay, so this is the total resources that we got from this run. So we got Santina over here, pretty cool, and we got a bunch of 2-star plays, which might not be that useful, but I guess it's pretty decent if you want to just like a quick stat gain, right? A quick stat boost, and you don't have any of the other more premium options as well. So we did get 1.6k of these outland marks, and what can we do with it? We can actually use it in the shop. So for example, at the bottom left here, you can see that we have the shop option, and we assess it. There are some things that you can buy. So you can actually buy an entire pro, interlude, and final. Okay, so this is prologue, interlude, and final inspiration plays. So it's kind of like the free-to-play option, and what they do is can you even see it? Okay, so increase skill damage by 20%. Wow, this is so good. Increase skill damage by 2% every second up to 15 stacks. Wow, up to 15 seconds you increase by another 30%. That's really good. Casting a skill will consume all stacks. Okay, so that's the catch over here. But this is really good for Claw because her skill cost is really high, which means that she will need to stack very often anyway. So this is actually pretty good for Claw. So very nice. I think this is something that I can try to aim for. And of course, with my limited currency, there is not much I can buy right now. And everything seems to be a little bit expensive as well. But I'm pretty sure the rewards that I get along the way will be increased if I participate in like more difficult floors, right? Or more difficult Labyrinth, for example. And of course, you can buy some of the other 4-star inspiration plays, which is also really nice. So most of the things here that you can buy, they are going to be inspiration plays. And of course, apart from that, you have the inspiration sigil. So it's mostly focused around your inspirations. So yeah, with that said, that's the end of this video anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And subscribe for more Higan Eruthyll content. Now with that said, this has been Derek Free to Play. And as always, I will see you in the next video.